All right, look. We need to have a serious talk. I was speaking at an event the other day, and a room full of roofers, probably about 100 people there, and I asked a very simple question that I thought I was gonna get a straightforward answer to. Instead, I got something very alarming. I asked the crowd, what is the most important financial metric that you can track in your company? I thought for sure someone was gonna say it. I was wearing a shirt with the answer on it. All around the rooms, people started saying, profit, gross profit, net profit, ROI, return on ad spend. I was just like blown away that nobody said cash flow. Like nobody. I take that back. One guy, when I said, what about cash flow? He kind of said it at the same time, but like it was on my shirt. Aside from the fact that it was on my shirt, that is a very alarming thing, but it actually goes to explain why the number one cause of business death in contracting, and especially insurance restoration contractors, is cash flow. It's the number one cause of death. And I was just shocked that nobody said it. If you're gonna build a house, right? And you go to the builder and the builder's like, tell me everything that's important to you about this house. And you're like, the square footage. Okay, the square footage is important, right? You want a big house, but like, do you not care about the roof? Do you not care who does the plumbing? What about the electrical? What about all of the systems that make the house what it is? The square footage, you can always add on more square footage, but once you run the electrical, it's done. And if it's done wrong, your house is gonna burn down. So think of cash flow as like the electricity running through your house. It's super important, especially in insurance restoration. Whether you're a roofer or a restoration contractor, or mitigation or mold, fire, water, it doesn't matter. If you are dealing with insurance claims, cash flow should be the number one focus inside your business, because you're never gonna get to profitability if you don't have cash coming in the business on a regular basis. There's something I've talked about in other videos, it's called the time value of money. And basically the core principle of it is money is worth more now in the future because money can make more money. You can use money to buy more equipment, hire more people, buy more trucks, expand your service lines. Whatever the case may be, you can reinvest that money into the business. But if you don't have the cash coming in the business, then you're sitting there waiting around. The business's growth is sitting there waiting around with you. So profitability, while it's certainly important, right? You want to be profitable. You shouldn't be worrying about putting money in your pocket if the money's not coming in, because you're never going to be able to grow your business. My wife is an esthetician. She does a service, she gets paid right there on the spot. She has zero cash flow issues. She doesn't need to worry about cash flow in her business. She can focus on profit. In this space, you cannot solely focus on profit, because if you're not setting yourself up for successful cash flow, you're gonna be out of business in the first 2 years, which is why the stats are so high. I guess it should come as no surprise that in that room of contractors, not one person out of 100 people thought that cash flow might be a little bit more important than profit. If you are not setting yourself up with systems and processes to ensure the inflow and outflow of cash in your business is balanced in a way that sets you up for growth, you're always gonna be stunted. You're never gonna grow at the rate you want to grow. And I talk to contractors, our team talks to contractors all day, every day. And you would be shocked at how many people are like, well, you know, we don't really have a problem with cash flow. You know, we wait on our money and yada, yada, yada. It's just kind of the way it's always been done. Guys, you gotta get out of that way of thinking. It's why this whole retail model is kind of catching on with people in their minds, because they're like, yeah, I wanna get paid faster. But the fact of the matter is, like, getting people approved for loans, getting consumers approved for consumer finance is not an easy thing. Credit card debt, household debt is at an all-time high. Getting someone approved for a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 home improvement loan, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I don't care what the salesmen tell you about, oh, well, we go down to this minimum credit score. And look, credit is a science, right? It's a math equation. There's a debt to income ratio, there's a credit profile, there's all these things that have to happen in unison to get that customer approved. So yeah, the retail model absolutely has a place in your toolbox, but if you're working insurance claims, it's not gonna be the answer to all your problems. I really urge you to start focusing on your cash flow, how fast you can get money in the door. I know this from experience. I've been doing this a long time. I've been in the industry for 15 years. There were no solutions out there available to me that helped our cash flow model that of a retail model where we do the work, we get paid a day or two later. There was nothing that existed. So that's why we built SquareDash. And this isn't an ad for SquareDash. I'm just telling you that's why we built it. You can literally upload a scope, you do the work, you get paid. That's it. You can literally upload a scope, have the customer pay their deductible through our platform, get the ACV check in your account within 1 to 2 days, finish the job, send them a COC from our platform. When they approve it, the depreciation's in your account in 1 to 2 days. And then when they get the check, they just use the same payment links. It pays off the advances we gave you. And it's very affordable. We built this for contractors. That's it. We don't serve any other master. We're not partnered with insurance carriers. Maybe one day we find a way to work together, but right now we are focused on contractors because contractors have a major problem. And it was highlighted the other day in that room where I was talking and I asked a very simple question and nobody got the correct answer. So please, focus on your cash flow. Make it a priority. Figure out how you can get money in the door faster. Whether that's using Square Dash or a retail model where you're getting consumers financed or whatever, you gotta figure out something. Because if you don't, you will never be able to grow at the pace of your sales and marketing activities. You will always be stunted at the rate of your accounts receivable department. And your accounts receivable department can only collect money from insurance carriers at the rate that they're gonna release it. And that's not even taking into account mortgage companies. So please, focus on your cash flow. It will transform your business.